Hi, then we're back. Yeah, I didn't make much videos lately because there isn't too much. Um, there isn't too much computers in the shops. I don't know why. Maybe the shops don't take in much. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe they don't sell that much now, as the inflation is still going. Prices go up. Everything is super expensive. So I did a I did a poll some days ago, and as you see, I have it here. So 18 have voted so far. What your I ask your next computer upgrade, will it be DDR5 or DDR4? Now 61% out of, yeah, I have 104 followers by now. So that is you know, 18 votes is almost 20%, so it's not bad. Yeah, 61% want to still go on the DDR4 platform instead of the DDR5, and I can only assume that has to do with prices. The prices on the new DDR5 motherboards, the prices on DDR5 RAM, and the prices on the new Ryzen 7000 series or Intel 12 and Intel 13 Gen that can run the DDR5. So yes, those are expensive, the CPUs there, the motherboards and the RAM. Now, if you run all this, I see, especially on the Ryzen 7000, compared to the 5000 series, the 5000 series, even the 5900X, they use 105 watts. So same as mine, Ryzen 7 5800X. If you go on the 7000 series, they will use up to 170 watts. That's 65 watts more. Now people think that's not much, 65 watts, but think about it. You might sit on your computer, you game maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours a day. 65 watts more every hour, that become money. And now with the power bills so high, at least in Europe, but I think also in America, the electric bills, the gas and stuff, the prices have gone up. Yeah, it will cost you a lot of money after a while. And this is like just like that CPU. Then you have, you know, because of that, they also put from what I've seen now from the pre-builds I've seen so far, everyone have a 1000 watt power supply, so you use more power every hour you sit there. First, you're going to spend a lot of money to buy it, to get the newest stuff, the raw, the fast, the insane stuff, and that cost, yeah, up to double of a good super, actually, DDR4 platform computer. So DDR5 could be up to double price. DDR5. So yeah, so you spend a shitload more money just to buy it, and then you're gonna spend a shitload of more money every hour you actually use it. So I do understand, I do understand very well why people choose to still be on the DDR4 platform. Now, I had another poll, and we are going to look at that really quick as well. So here is the other poll that I made, and it's simple. If you need a new computer or a new upgrade, will you buy a pre-built, or will you have a self-build, like build it yourself, buy the parts and so on? So here 20 people replied, and 80% is actually saying they want to buy a pre-built computer. And I assume today that's because now the prices on stuff is quite expensive, and you get basically a better deal on the pre-built. But coming to pre-built, you need to look a little about what brand you buy, and like I said before, what is the case? How is the build? Like, is the case, does it feel like a premium quality case when you touch it. That is something that usually say a little about the build. What kind of fans are inside, what kind of PSU are inside. Now, some make PSUs, power supplies, and they are not the same good quality as others. So you need to kind of find out that, and what kind of RAM it is, and what kind of graphic card they use, and so on. So you need to do a good research. Then you certainly can buy a really good pre-built. HP, they I use them, and they use good stuff inside. They have, I mean, Kingston make all the RAM, but HP bought the HyperX brand. So yeah, they have the HyperX Furibit. Kingston still make the RAM for them. Yes. Also, they collaborate with Cooler Master on the power supplies. So you know, so what's inside the HBO ones? Yeah, you have Cooler Master, you have HyperX, Kingston HyperX. Yeah. Now the Kingston is gone. It's just called HyperX. And what else? You have either Intel or Ryzen. You have the graphic card. So many ask, what graphic card are in the HBO man? Well, it is an OEM card. It is an OEM card that actually is not bad, and I don't know how it compared to like EVGA or Asus or MSI cards, or but you also have Palit, and you have PNY, and you have I mean, look at Asus. They have the Tough card, which is the cheapest line. So how in that mix is the HBO Man OEM RTX card? I don't know. What I do know is a 3080 is a 3080 no matter what. So far, I'm very happy with the HBO Man OEM RTX 3080 10 gigabyte that I have, and also the HBO Man OEM RTX 3070 Ti, as I also have. So I must say I cannot say anything bad about the OEM card that Omen use. So I know what's inside the HBO Man, and when you buy a pre-built, you should know what's inside. I did look at another computer, have a computer. I have a video of an Acer 5000 series, yes, that look cool, gaming stuff. I did say on that video that the case felt plastic and light, and that is true. I also didn't see any filters. So you have air holes, but all the dust is coming in the air holes, and I think you will get quite a bit of dust in that computer. But I did see a guy that made a video of the Acer 7000, which looked basically the same, slightly bigger, and the fan noise, holy crap. That was like sitting next to an F-16 taking off. Now, if you can do that for 3 to 8 hours a day, it's fine. You could buy it and enjoy it. But most, yeah, that noise was way too high. So yeah, I think the Acer have a more cheap, poor built than the HP. And you should think about all these things and do research before you buy one. But yes, certainly you can get a good pre-built computer. So yeah, now I'm gonna show you a little research I did today, and we're gonna talk a little about why and how I think people consider pre-built over building themselves. So yes, I did a research today. I did check the prices, and these are the GPU prices of today in my country with the currency rates that are today dollar to my country's currency. Yeah. So the RTX 3070 Ti today in my country, the cheapest I found was $736. That is $137 over the MSRP. Now, the RTX 3080 10 gig is $883 today, and that is $184 over our MSRP. Now, for fun, I did look at the 4080 and 4090, and I mean the 4080 today is $1,698. That is, I think it was like $11.99 the MSRP. Maybe it was $1,200 exact. So maybe $498 for $499 over MSRP. And the 4090 is $1,600. Now, in my country today is $2,252. That's $852 over the MSRP. Now, this is, I just checked on you know, the GDDR6X GPUs. I didn't go below 3070 Ti, but I did not do the 3090, 3080 Ti, and 3090 Ti. That I did not. This is just to show you that the prices, since I made my last video about GPUs and prices, the prices have gone up, not down. If you look at this, the cheapest today is, you know, the 3070 Ti. That is the cheapest GPU, GDDR6X, because the RTX 3070 don't have the X. That is only GDDR6. There is no X on the 70, not on the 3060 Ti, and not on the 3060, and so on. So the first one is the 70 Ti, and then it's the 3080, 3080 12 gig, 3080 Ti, 3090, and 3090 Ti, 4080 and 4090. So yeah, these are the 3070 Ti is a high-end tier graphic card, and then the 3080 10 gig and 12 gig, they are enthusiast. So it is the top of the range there, but yeah, the prices have gone up, and either way, if the 3070 Ti is the cheapest to buy, it's, you know, $137 over the MSRP, and the 3080 10 gig is $184 over MSRP. But price performance, I mean, the MSRP is like $599 on the 3070 Ti, so and it's $699 on the 3080 10 gig. So $699, $184, but to $699, that card was in the 30 series about 60% faster in effective speed than the 2080. So it actually, price performance was one of the best cards to buy in the 3000 series. Looking at the price, $137, $184, it's about $50 difference there, not $46 difference. Yeah, almost 40, yeah, about that. Close, not exactly, but 40, need to count a little in my head here fast. So 87, that would be 50 minus, I just said 6, but it's 7, and yeah, well, it is a difference. I believe it is, I just need to double check here so I don't say wrong. So if I say 184 minus 137, that's $47 difference, yes, on those two. But what do you get for those $47? Well, you get a hugely faster graphic card. You get 10 gig VRAM instead of 8 gig VRAM. Is it worth it? I still believe so. I still think that value for money, price performance, I still think maybe the 3080 10 gig is the best deal all over. Now, if you just look at the money, the 3070 Ti is the cheapest. If you really want the high-end stuff, the fastest, the newest, 4090, 4080, but wow, what some prices there are. I did like to bring this up because, hence my last poll, when you look at these pre-builds, I think these are some of the reasons why many now consider a pre-built instead of buy parts and build themselves, because the GPUs are still so high in price. The Intel 13 Gen is very high in price, the CPU there. The Ryzen 7000 series, the CPUs are very high in price. And also the DDR5 motherboard and the DDR5 RAM. And to power all that stuff, you also need a bigger power supply. So you need 1000, 1200 watt power supply. And of course, then it starts to be expensive, not just to buy it, but also to use it. Every hour, every day, every week, every month. So I do understand that, you know, people are looking into pre-builds, and I do understand that people are now considering to stay on the DDR4 platform, which is cheaper to buy, cheaper to use. And yeah, it is really fast. I mean, if you have the 3070 Ti, 3080, 3080 Ti, 3090, 3090 Ti, you have RAM 3200 megahertz or 3700 megahertz, DDR4 RAM, it's fast. And you have maybe an 850 power supply. And yeah, that is fast. Then you have a good one. If you then put in i7, i9, 11 or 10, 11, 12 generation, it's fast. If you put in a Ryzen 5, 7, Ryzen 5, 7 or 9, it's still gonna be very fast. So yeah, I think many will go on the DDR4 platform still. I think so. So yeah, that was a little bit today about the polls that I did, and thank you, thank you all for actually voting in the polls, and for subscribe to my channel and for like my videos, and I hope you still remember to sorry, I hope you still remember to like and subscribe. So yeah, that's all for today, folks. Have a great day. Bye bye.